Shalom, all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahshua, Bashim, Kakadash, double to the elder apostles, made no so. I teach you, I can teach all truth and sincerity. I'm going to read Jeremiah 30, verse 7. Uh, Jeremiah 30, verse 7 says, Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And the time of Jacob's trouble is not gonna be like any other, time before, and that he that's gonna be saved out of it is the elect of the nation of Israel. And the title of this video is basically, cannibalism is going to come back, upon the people. People are going to be out here eating their children, eating each other for a meal. That newborn baby most women are having today. That newborn baby is going to become a snack in that day when all hell completely, when all chaos breaks loose on out in these streets. And there's no food and there's no way to get anything except if you get that MOB thing in your body, and you have that MOB all up in your members, so you can go and buy and sell. And if you don't have that, you're not gonna be able to eat. You're not gonna be able to go to the store. But anyway, but yeah, sooner or later, the food in the store is going to be scarce, and people are going to become basically they're going to lose their mind. And people that lose their mind when they haven't ate for 3 days, 5 days, a week, they're going to look at their children as food in that day. But I'm going to read Baruch. Chapter 2, verse 2. Well, I'll read verse 1. This is Baruch 2 and 1. It says, Therefore Yahweh have made good his word, which he pronounced against us and against our judges that judged Israel, and against our kings, and against our princes, and against the men of Israel and Judah. It says, to bring upon us great plagues, such as never happened under the whole heaven, and as it came to pass in Jerusalem, according to the thing that were written in the law of Moses, that a man should eat the flesh of his own son, and the flesh of his own daughter, and that's going to happen again, because it says in Romans 15:4, things that are written aforetime were written for our learning. And this happened back then. In the ancient times, it's going to happen again, because, everything, happened back then is going to come back. And this time it's going to come back at a chaotic point, because, it's going to be a mass famine upon the world. Not just over here in Babylon, but across the world. There's going to be issues with getting food, getting the necessary needs, for yourself, so you can survive. I'm going to hold on, I'm going to Isaiah. Yeah, this is Isaiah 9 and 20. It says, though the Slakia, it says, and he shall snatch on the right hand and be hungry, and he shall eat on the left hand, and they shall not be satisfied. They shall eat every man the flesh of his own arm. So these people are going to be eating each other, eating themselves, having themselves a snack, because it happened in Venezuela years ago. It's probably still happening now, but it happened years ago when Venezuela completely became uh, destitute. Nobody was able to go into Venezuela no more because the economy in there failed, and their whole society was completely, you know, brought down. And there was videos of people eating each other. There was a video of two men. Uh, one man was, you know, they were basically they were like the guy that one guy was eating him while he was basically penetrating him, and that video was bugged out because he was eating him, but he was also he was nibbling on his ear while he was penetrating him, which that was happening back in Venezuela. There was women selling their bodies for food. There was they were eating the zoo animals. The stores were the shelves were completely there was nothing on the shelves. Even Venezuela is a what's the word, a beautiful country. It has a lot of natural wildlife and natural food there, and all that became scarce. Over in that country, that and people were trying to get out of Venezuela to go to Brazil because that country was completely destroyed, and there was no coming back from that economic collapse in that place. Um, and there was a lot of cannibalism going on in Venezuela during that time. Uh, but I'm gonna read Jeremiah. Read Jeremiah right quick. Uh, this is Jeremiah 19 verse. Jeremiah 19 verse 9. Well, it says the same thing in Isaiah, but this is Jeremiah 19 verse 9. It says, "And I will cause them to eat the flesh of their sons, and the flesh of their daughters, and they shall eat every one the flesh of his friend, in the siege and in straitness, wherewith their enemies, and they shall seek their lives, shall straighten them." So it's gonna be a chaotic and a very destructive time, in the time when the day of the Lord brings His wrath upon. Uh, 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 Salakia. But yeah, the point is just like all this cannibalism is gonna come back in a soon, because it's soon gonna be a famine of the word. I'm gonna get that in Amos right quick, and then this Amos. It's Amos chapter 8, verse 11. It says, Amos 8 and 11, it says, "Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh." And soon it's gonna be, famine of the word is gonna come soon. Because the prophets are not gonna be out on the street corners prophesying the downfall of this kingdom no more. Soon, we're gonna be, put away, separated from the pain and suffering that our people are going to endure. But soon it's going to be a literal famine come upon the face of the whole earth. This, not just in Babylon, but across the world, there's going to be a global famine. I'm going to Lamentations No, I'm ending right here. I'm going to say all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Karkadash, double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone. Citation, y'all can teach all truth, sincerity, and shalom.